Welcome back to 1.2 Brain Cells Podcast.
Yay!
Hola, hola, I'm Nati.
Money.
Um, yes, welcome back to this week's episode. How are you, my lovey? What is your random thought?
Oh yeah. Um. Um. I have it for sure. We just happen to have it interim. Um. I'm having such a brain fart right now. Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. No question. Why did I
Yeah.
actually think of this? No, I don't have ADHD, but sometimes I would also really like to map my mind sometimes. Um. So my random thought was, oh, I remember now. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Apologize, everyone. Brain fart, I guess. Okay. So last night I was sorting through my things, right, trying to find like a video of my Sweet 16,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going through. I have like a box where I keep like really old shit, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I should really like some of this. Some of this can be thrown out. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
Okay.
old photos that are like you barely see what's going on in them. Old
Okay.
birthday
Okay.
cards, shit like that. And so in that, I'm like, a lot of people probably just leave this as sentimentality and just leave it in this box. And so, but I'm like, but part of me also feel like this is kind of hoarding. And so
Yeah.
now my question to you is, and I will also answer it myself. What do you think is the line between hoarding and keeping for sentimentality or a future purpose?
The actual use of it, right? So I think the picture thing is a good example because if you like, why keep the pictures that are just like a random background? It's not like, or they're a little blurry and blah 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 blah. There's no reason to keep it. Versus if you have a really nice picture of the fam on the trip, you keep the picture of the
Uh-huh.
fam on the trip.
Okay, but what if it was a really nice trip and you only have a picture of that background?
You have your memories clearly, so then this picture is still not
But
serving you
like you
for
would have
anything.
remembered it if not for this background. It's like, oh yeah, this. Oh, how nice.
If you can't remember it without that single picture, that trip wasn't worth your memory.
But it's just a photo. It's one single photo.
Okay, but then apply that same logic to all the things, and then you end up as a hoarder. Is that not what you wanted to hear? Did you want to be like, it's okay, baby, keep it all?
No, 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 no. That's what I'm asking. Like, I'm asking, what is your view on it?
So for me,
Mine.
I think
Uh huh.
one use, if it's a memory thing, it has to be like how much actually is it causing you nostalgia or helping you remember.
Okay.
If it's a type of something that is actually used around the house, is it actually still useful, and will you
Fair.
actually use it in the future? And if let's say it's something that is a little broken, just need a little repair, what's stopping you from repairing it now?
Fair.
And once repaired, will it actually be of use?
Okay. Yeah,
And
no,
I
those
say
are
this
those
like
are fair.
I
Uh,
say this as a person that we keep a lot of things, and sometimes I look at it, I'm like, I don't even know we're gonna use this. But you know what? I ain't gonna argue with my mama.
mhm. Um, because my thing is, my mother has always said the saying, "El que guarda tiene," right? And so I see something that I probably use like once or twice, right? And I'm like, oh, I guess I don't ever use. I'm trying to think of an example. What would be accurate? Um, oh, like I found this random. It's a hook for like hanging plants, right? So it's like
Okay.
picture like an S shape.
Okay.
I had it. I found it randomly. Had it for months. Mind you, this was way before I even had fucking plants. And I'm like, there could be some use to this, and it don't take up
Okay.
space. So I will
Okay.
just keep this in the junk drawer. And then come 2 months later, I was like, I wish I had something to hang my fucking plants on. And I'm like, wait.
I love that.
I went to my junk box and I'm like, I found that freaking hook, and I'm like, yes. So there are moments where I'm like, "AK, guarda tienes," right? And I was like, "Mother, you were right once again."
I
Um,
agree. I think that's fine. I just think like it's more on so like for example, we have I bought my parents a new TV.
mhm.
Um and then we have the two little TVs that were our what's it called back when we first bought TVs.
Yeah.
And that one's in my parents' room. They still use it to this day. And then the one that was in
Mhm.
my room that I never used, my mom has it in her little sewing room, which she uses. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
Three TVs in the house. That's all we need.
Yeah.
So, excuse me for my yawn. Now,
Okay.
we have our old TV, which was the one that my TV replaced. Now, I understand it's a TV, but it's not a smart TV. And there's you would have to connect some form of a cable. You would have to connect some other form
Uh.
of a box in order for it to work. And I asked
Uh-huh.
my mama why we keep it this. And so we're supposed to give it to someone that I think we know someone that wanted this TV regardless if it doesn't have any stuff like that because they don't have anything.
Mhm.
So I'm like, all right, bet. I don't know why they haven't picked it up yet, but don't
Mm.
worry, I'm keeping the tabs. I told my mama, oh, don't you worry, mommy. I will make sure this gets handled. And she's like, no,
Mhm.
and I'm like, no, ningún buts, no, and if or buts, right?
Mhm.
And then Benito on a raffle won a TV that is about the same size as the old one, but it's a new one. So see, I'm like, mommy, we can get rid of this old one that has really like, you would have to do too much for it to be of use, but we can keep this new one. This is a new one. This is like a brand new. Like, there's no reason to give this away. This will come in use one day. You know, what are you doing?
You're hearing that?
Oh, I'm hearing you clickety clacketing. I feel
My
bad for the audience.
headphones.
Stop
I
it.
was okay.
What are you doing though? Well, what is this clickety clackety?
I went to lay down and I completely fucked up my headphones, so I had to readjust and resize them on my head.
Mm. Yeah,
Mhm. I'm gonna
no,
sit
that
still
that
now. I'm
shit,
gonna sit still now.
that was sounding a little predatory, like the little predator clicks. Yeah,
Apologies, apologies. No, no, carry
no,
on.
okay, okay. But what's it called? Yeah, no. So I feel like it really just comes down to use
Okay.
and all that.
See, my mother instilled me that everything has a use. I do call her a hoarder though. Funny enough, I was like, "Mommy, we can throw this out." It'll be like something that's like I don't know. I don't even. There's so much I want to throw out. I was like, "Mommy, it's either like broken or chipped or faded or something." And she's like, "No, no, that still has use. It still has use."
People. I was gonna say though, I know like my mom, as much as we do keep some stuff, she is also very much like, stop it, Vanessa, mute yourself if you're gonna adjust your headphones, Miss Man. Um,
Your mother.
yeah, no, my mom is like, yes, we have to keep certain things, but her thing is more like if you hoard stuff, you're not leaving room for the new things that are gonna come into your life, and therefore you're stuck in the same cycle that you've always been in, type shit.
Okay, that's all. That's true. That is very true. There's no arguments there.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
everything still has use. I don't know. It's a part of me. Part of me definitely agrees, but then it's literally my mother's voice going like, "But it still has use."
yeah, as some of the, I think the most that I ever hoard, if I may, like if we're gonna use that word, is sometimes like my arts and crafts stuff. Like sometimes like
Oh
the I
yeah.
yeah, but I had recent discovery. My friend's kid is starting to do little artsy fartsy stuff,
Mm,
and she's using, like, for example, I have a lot of beads back when I was a kid and I used to do like little jewelry making and even a little bit into high school, and I haven't used it, I haven't touched that in years. And so
mm,
she was showing me stuff that she's making and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm like, oh wait, Miss Mams, I'm like, I have so much that I will be giving to
mm.
you.
That's
So
so
I'm
sweet.
like, oh, that's perfect, I can give it to her, right? um but yeah, no, more no. They're I think the line is very fine and it really just comes down to how well are you able to explain why you're keeping something.
Valid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay to let things go too as well.
Yeah, nice. I don't have a random thought. because as I've said many a time, my thoughts are all connected in my head. So nothing's random.
Hmm.
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 Um,
I think your random thought is not so much that it came out of nowhere, but more so interesting point of topic, baby.
wow.
If
Huh?
that will better help you pick one out.
No, no, I'm telling you, there's nothing random. You took over the random thought, and we're gonna go with that, and we're just gonna go into the topic because I really don't. Nothing highlighted to me, nor can I draw one up in my head right now. Because what am I gonna do? Sit here and ponder? Then I'm taking a podcast time. No.
Okay, anyways, hopefully you have an interesting thought next time.
Yeah.
Um,
Damn, she said, "Oh, you whack." Okay, cool.
is that not what you were saying?
I didn't say I'm whack. I just said,
Yeah, no, it all makes sense. Got it. Got it. Fun.
rude. Not only does she not
Fun.
look at my posts, nor does she praise me as the person that I am in her life, but now she's even
Hold
calling me
on. I
corn.
I give
No,
you
carry
plenty of love, just not on your social
on.
medias.
No, that's it. Go on to the topic. Ya que tú no te importa. Ya yo no te importo, entonces.
Exactly. So we're gonna carry on. So in the topic of hoarding and everything, and I was like, can I imagine? Because I like to think I don't think I'm a hoarder, right? I do have my little bits of clutter, but in the all, I'm not a minimalist. I'm not a minimalist. I know for a fact I'm not a minimalist, but I'm also
Okay.
not a maximalist. Like I hate if it doesn't have a purpose and it doesn't have a place, throw that shit out. I don't want to see it.
Okay.
And so in thinking of that, I'm like, I wonder it'd be like living with someone that's the opposite. And so now we're into this week's topic, which is baby.
It's what? You cut off.
This week's topic is
Oh, I'm the one saying it. Yeah, living with others.
yeah, baby, that's your job.
I didn't realize that was my job. I thought, no, we always do. Whoever, brought it up is the one putting it. Anyway.
No, 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 no. Have you not been here before? You always be like, this week's topic is this.
I
Baby,
do have
how'd
a
you come
random
up with
thought.
that?
I do
Okay,
have a
go.
random
Oh,
thought.
okay, great. This one is random. Go ahead.
Okay. So I don't know. This is more to the audience. I don't really care too much what you have to say with it. But
That's fine.
my dear audience, do you ever come across a moment where you're getting gaslit and you know how things happen, and yet the person flips the
Oh,
script
okay, okay,
and
okay.
says, "Oh, no, you're the one." Flips the story completely, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a little story for y'all, right? Vaughn and I recorded, and you're gonna hear the episode coming out
I think it's this week.
last week of July. And where Vaughn and I are talking about something and she mispronounced the word and I called her out on it, and it was a whole little bit,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And so flash forward about 2 weeks, and I get a random voice note from my sweet baby girl Vane
Mm,
hitting me with like, "I'm never trusting you again." And it's a screen
mm,
recording of the Google or like the audio pronunciation of the word. So I'm sitting
mm-hmm.
here confused because I see that and I'm like, yeah, I know how that word is pronounced.
Correct. Mind you, it's like 2 a.m.
It's 2 in the morning. I was about to fall.
Uh,
I was about to fall asleep, but not really. Like I couldn't sleep, but like I was already starting to nuzzle in. I was like, oh, finally, we're gonna get the sleep we need, right? And I get this, and I'm confused because damn, I'm like, why would I think that I'm getting gaslit by someone that treasures me, supposedly. And so
supposedly.
I I I look and I'm like, wait, what did I pronounce? And then she sends me an audio saying, oh, so the word was epitome. And she
Yeah.
was saying that I said it was epitome, and that I was like, she was questioning
Epitome.
it, epitome, and that she was questioning it. And so she Googled it, and so she's never trusting me again. And I'm hearing this and I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? She
Correct.
was the one that mispronounced it, not I. And so we're going back and forth a little bit on the chat because
Is
I'm
it
like,
me
no, I
sitting?
didn't. Yeah. And I'm like, it wasn't. And so she's like, oh, where is it? I'm gonna pull it up. But the way we had recorded it, it was only on my laptop. So what do I do at 2 something in the morning? I pull up my
Yes.
laptop because I was like,
Yes.
you ain't gonna lie on my name. Mm-mm.
No.
And did I sit there for a good 40 minutes listening to the audio? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
just
much
about.
so that I got a little video call, and the person's like, "What are you doing up? I thought you were gonna go to sleep." And I'm like, "I was," but then I was called a liar, and I was called a liar, and I was a truther.
Hmm.
So when you're getting gas with people, but you know for sure you pull up those receipts, it don't matter how long it takes. Cause I was right and she was the mispronouncer, little Miss Epitome.
Hmm. Hmm. And I apologize. Um, y pues, yeah.
Yeah. All
Are
right,
you
cool. That was my episode.
happy?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I got another my
Okay.
check. We're good. We're good.
I wouldn't even say that's random thought. More like you just remembered something. But okay,
Well, did you not
that's how
say
you want to
something
do
in
it.
the
That's okay.
end?
No, that's
Did you
okay. You
not
said it. You said your piece, and now we're
did
gonna
you
carry
not
on like a
did
tutos
you
doing a
not say
podcast
something
right
that
now.
you
So
highlighted?
back to the topic, which you forgot to do your job about, is
Wow. It's like that this week, huh?
living with other people.
Living with other people.
Yeah. Okay. For background, baby, you've only ever lived with your parents, right?
Yeah.
Right. Because in the with like the semester or year that you did Stevens, it was just
It was me, myself, and I.
single.
And
Right,
then
in a
you and
single.
I dormed together for like a few weeks.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But that don't count because that was just a few weeks.
Yeah. It really much. It was basically just an extended sleepover.
Yeah, that ass. That ass.
And then in my living, I have always shared a room with my sisters, and then I had a roommate in college up until the second semester of sophomore year. Yes. Then I got a single, and then I've been in a single. Um, no wait, that was a single.
Oh, you mean your bedroom space? Okay, okay.
Huh?
I said, oh, you mean your bedroom space, not just your living space. I'm like, what do you mean, ma'am? You've been living with
Well,
someone
no,
for a hot
living
minute. Dude.
space. Well, I mean, no, I'm talking
Yeah,
about because in college I had the single, so I didn't live with anyone. But then I had the apartments,
true.
which I did live with other people, but I did also at least have my own room
Yeah,
for most of it. There was the one where I had a roommate in the apartment,
yeah,
um, and then I also had a roommate when I did study abroad.
yeah.
And now we're back home, and I still have a roommate. Oh, okay, wow. I'm
I
clearly a big girl. I'm a big girl over here, always living with someone.
no, I was gonna say though. I mean, that's if I didn't just live with my parents, I'd also just have a roommate. Like at every part of my life,
Mm-hmm.
I would end up just having like because I've always in the thoughts that I've been like, oh, if I were to decide to leave my parents and well, not now. I feel like nowadays I'd be more okay on my
Mm-hmm.
own son, but younger me was like, I don't know how I'm gonna convince Vanya to move with me because yeah, those 3 weeks we did together, I'm like, yup, I think we make sense.
Yeah, no, we were. I mean, that was three weeks, so it really isn't enough time
It
to
don't matter. For the
quantify
10 years I've
anything.
known you, I'm like, I think yes, I could live with this woman.
Agreed, agreed for sure. I mean, how we clean and everything, our cleanliness and our organization skills are all pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I
think
feel
of
like
like what is
life
important when
happens
you live
too
with
sometimes.
someone. Yeah, life habits.
And by life habits, I mean like just how you carry out your day to day. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have to be
That's what I'm
exactly the
thinking.
same, but it has to at least be
Yeah,
able to
no,
like
no, but we're both, tend to be more
cohabitate.
night owls and not so much morning people.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, we're not really making a ruckus like that where we
yeah.
is. Like if we want to watch a show, we just sit there and enjoy it peacefully. It's not like we're blasting music random hours at the
I'm
night or day or
curious.
whatever.
I'm
Mm.
curious, right? As someone who has had different types of roommate, now
Mhm.
obviously you're not gonna say the who, but is there any
Mhm.
specific qualities or things that you definitely have now been like, you know what, that is something I definitely cannot live with in a roommate?
Um, I can't have feeling like I'm someone's mother, right? Because
Okay.
while I am like I very much like things organized and put away, on top of also being clean. Like I can't see dirt or spills or anything.
Yeah.
Um, and I need both of that. Like I need to be cleaned. I need the apartment to be cleaned and also organized and put away.
Yeah.
Um, I think the worst living experience I had, like actual like cohabitating, not so much how I got along with the person.
Chihuahua?
'Cause Chihuahua was the worst, but she was also clean, so it did not bother me. The worst living like cohabitating was in one of the apartments I had. There was I don't know you've seen them, baby. It was the two girls that shared a room, and they
Oh,
were
the banana
so
girls?
messy.
Banana girls?
So no,
Did they have?
that was not Banana
Oh,
Girl.
no, that
Although
was
Banana
someone else.
Girl,
Banana
correct.
girl was, yeah, 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 yeah.
Banana
No, I
Girl
do
pissed me
remember.
off that one moment, but
Yeah,
she was also pretty much she was fine. She was clean. That was like the one
yeah.
time she made a mess,
No,
and it
no,
was
no,
fine.
but it was in that same living space though, right?
Yes,
Yeah, okay,
yes,
I remember, I
correct,
remember.
correct. Like they would have dinner, leave their dishes in the sink, and then it would just stack and stack and stack and stack and stack. Sink is
Uh,
full, and then they would load the dishwasher like a week or two after.
Ew.
Yeah, like they were just they used the dishwashers like me and everyone else in the apartment would just like hand wash our plates
Yeah,
because it'd be like one or two plates. We're not that many people. Like if
yeah,
you're just washing for yourself, you're not washing that much, right?
yeah.
And so our shit would always be like we'd have to ask them like, hey, do you mind clearing the sink? Hey, do you mind putting away your food? Hey, do you mind keeping your part of
Oh,
the fridge clean?
yeah.
Like
Mind you, at that
constantly,
point too,
constantly, baby.
I know that in college,
Yeah,
you're technically an adult from the moment you get there, right? But you also come
yeah,
to understand, all right, the first year or two, people are still adjusting sometimes to the first time living on their own. No, no, no. This was, I think, in your senior year, and these people were also like
yeah,
juniors or seniors. And I was like,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck are you doing, bro? I remember, yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, no, it was me and then Tiff, she was also just like, because
She
me
was
and Tiff were in
very
the
clean.
apartment often. She was, yeah, she was hyper clean. I respected it though. But me and her were also in the apartment quite often. So we were constantly just like seeing it. And
Yeah.
we were just so whatever. Like, hey, and it's also it's like maybe like the first couple weeks you're like adjusting to other people's cleanliness. Maybe you're used to just leaving it until you have enough for the dishwasher
Yeah.
and then load the dishwasher.
Yeah.
But like A, gross because I'm literally seeing your food getting crusty and moldy over here.
Ugh,
And then B, even if
that's
that's what you're
so
used to,
unsanitary.
you have people asking you to like do this minor adjustment. Like just put it in the dishwasher at least.
Yeah. Es que
Yeah,
hay
no.
mucha, mi vida, hay mucha gente que no son limpias. Mm-mm. There's
Dead
so
ass.
many
I
people that
yeah.
are nasty, and I'm just like, good heavens,
Mhm.
where's your mother? Because para gritonarle a ella for not teaching you correctly. Because my mom's always
Word.
known in on me, even though, like, obviously, right? I live with my parents, but my mom's always been like, if you are ever either come to vacationing the little time that I've lived with other people, just in general, she's like, for you yourself, but then also in the consideration to whoever you're living with, you cannot
Mhm.
be un asco de persona. And
Yeah,
God
man.
forbid I leave, like, she does take it a little extreme, right? Because, like, I'll leave a
Okay.
little sock out, and then she'll be like, you're so disgusting. I'm like, it's a sock, and it's my sock from yesterday. And I got home at 12. It is currently 1 p.m. And or not 1 p.m., but whatever. It'll be like the next day. I'm like, I'm getting to it. She's like, you're disgusting. You're a disgrace to humanity. And I'm like, it's a
Oh,
sock, man. But I appreciate it because it's in moments like
yeah.
that when I look at people that are doing all that, I'm like, oh, good gravy.
Word.
And then imagine their room. If this is how they're leaving the common space, ay Dios mío.
I think I stepped into the room one time. I'm like, I'm not coming back in here.
You, yeah, no, cleanliness is such a big deal. I think
Yeah,
if
yeah.
anyone,
If I mean, hopefully, I won't need to find any new roommates. I'm good with Sandy, and then after Sandy, maybe just not else. Who knows? If I ever move out. Um,
yeah.
but definitely, I need cleanliness.
I will say, I think for me, something that's always turned me off of the idea of having a husband has been the
Mm,
fact that, like, even with living with my father,
mm,
because I always make the joke, my dad is the worst roommate. Like, he is not a good roommate. And by roommate,
mm.
I don't mean actual roommate because that is my father, but at the end of the day, we share this living space.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten better though. But yeah, because my mom has a very much a mentality like, oh, pero es un hombre, so sometimes you gotta like, and I'm like,
Mm.
no, 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 no. No. We're all adults here. I'm clean,
Yeah.
you're clean, and he's our senior here in the sense that he's had many more years to be clean. So if anything, it should come easier to him. Um,
Agreed.
and I do know that it's a common thing. I remember little side tangent, but again, the way that some people just don't like. While I understand, yes, cleanliness. We were honing in so much the cleanliness. That is the basics. Like that is we're not asking
Yeah.
anything extra of you. Like this is
No.
you
I ain't
should
asking you to polish every dish,
no
plate, and fork over here.
no. But I was gonna say, I remember one point I was talking to this one guy,
Mm-hmm.
and there was other things that we realized that we did not agree upon. So I had told him, I'm like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. We don't really see eye to eye. It
Mm-hmm.
was mostly like political stuff. And then I want that to this day it stays in my head because I remember
Oh
his face
boy.
and I was looking at him like, what the fuck? And he's like, no, but like I'm a good person, like I'm clean. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, like I'm a clean guy. You wouldn't take that into consideration. And I'm like,
What?
what are you saying to me right now? I'm like, that of course I would like to hope you are. I'm like, and he's like, yeah, because Grant, I had not been to Homeboy's place, right? And
Okay.
so, but his argument to me being like, okay, yeah, no, we just don't see eye to eye to these things. And he's like, yeah, but like I'm a good person because I'm clean. And I'm like, what? So in my head, I'm like, is this something where you were not clean before? And so because someone called you out on it, now you feel like, oh, look, this is an attribute that I'm bringing in. I'm saying, I literally looked at him. I'm like, what are you, I, you're an adult. You're a grown ass person. I would like to hope you are clean. And he was like,
Yeah.
no, but like, I recycle and I'm clean. And like,
Again, what are
um,
we talking about here?
yeah,
Congrats. You also know how to drink
dude.
fucking water?
Yeah, I was sitting here like, okay. I'm like, is this supposed to change my mind? Like, well, what are we doing here?
He wanted a
So
gold sticker, baby.
yeah, I know. And so for me, it's so funny because and then it made me really ponder. I'm like, were you just not a clean person prior? That
Mm.
it had to be honed in on you so much to the point
He
that now
had to
you're like,
note it now.
yeah, like that's
Crazy.
crazy. But there's people that are like that, and more specific. But
That is
nah,
really
okay,
unfortunate.
yeah. I was gonna say other stuff too. Um, I think not. So as people that work from home, I
Mm.
think when it comes to roommates,
Mm-hmm.
there's you have to be very or like if you were I wouldn't say that your schedules have to make sense like go together in a way, but at least that person, if let's say you're picking a roommate or you're trying to move into some place and picking who you're gonna move in with,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that plays a big factor because you can't, let's say if you're in a tighter living space, you can't work from home and then live with someone who has to sleep during the day and then you can't make noise. But it's like, well, like I feel like right? Wouldn't shouldn't that be something that should be considered on both parts?
That is, I think that's definitely a fair thing to take in and consider. But I guess also like it also has like levels to it, right? Because I can like me specifically, I'm just on the computer and I'm not making noise. I don't have to make phone calls or
Okay.
anything. I rarely have a meeting that I need to attend to. So my noise level, because of my work, very low. So if I did have a roommate that like was someone that needs to sleep during the day because he works at night or whatever, we wouldn't have a problem.
You don't okay, but let's say, but it's not. I feel I don't know. I guess because I also have experienced it, but like it's not just work stuff too, though. Because like, what if you need to use your blender? Now you can't use your blender, but every day you can't use your blender because every day they were sleeping. And then now you're
Baby,
every
is Benito not letting you have your juices?
oh no, I'm chilling because I live in the farther part of the house, so I just whatever noise I need to make, I bring it to my room and it's far. The one that goes through it is my mom. Because
Mm,
her legit complaint goes, oh, yo soy la sorda Margarita. Like, not sorda, la muda Margarita. Meaning she's like, I have to live in
uh-huh.
silence every day of my life and I hate it. And I'm like, but like you can make some noise. And she's like, no, I can't because he's also a very light sleeper, right? So it's like I feel
Oh,
like the one that
okay.
feels the brunt of it is a little bit her because I'm chilling. I also don't mind. I'm like I put my headphones on. She don't like
Yeah,
headphones because it
okay.
bothers her ears, right? So like it's yeah. But so I've come like that's brought to me attention to me where I'm like, oh, that would be a problem if like let's say you're someone that
Fair, yeah. Because I
yeah
mean, like, even if it's because I'm thinking of like loud noises, right? But like, if they're like a light sleeper, where like, yeah, I can't even, and not that I'm like making a smoothie every single day,
no,
but
but
like on the rare occasion, or like I need to make lunch, there's gonna be some noises between like
yeah,
pots and scraping and shit,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
If if,
Washing
if it's
dishes,
if
all of
it's
them makes noise.
if it's one of those where it's like the roommate can't have any noise during their sleep because they're like, because someone someone, if a matter of fact, someone with TV in the same room that I'm sleeping, I'm still not waking up, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking from now, it's like that's not any noise. It's not like someone blasting music, right? That'd be extreme. Of course, why would I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that?
of
Someone's
course.
trying to sleep.
Yeah,
But if
exactly.
it's like to that, where like any noise is waking them up and interrupting them, no, then I couldn't, bitch. I'm not gonna be Muda Vanessa over here.
No, you're not gonna be la muda más de esa. Bueno.
No, no, I got shit to. I got myself to feed.
Yeah, see, what we've come to realize is what we gotta do is if something needs to get done, she
Mhm.
really needs it to, that she'll do it, but then we'll just say that I did it. Because then my dad would be like, who made that noise? And I'd be like, I make that noise. He'd be like, ah, it's okay, carry on. And then he goes back to sleep, and I'm like, oh, so you're just annoying. Okay, great, cool, good to know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. But anyway,
Yes.
you put something here that I don't understand, which is
Okay.
living with a partner timeline. What you mean?
Oh, okay. Right. So in the we're talking about roommates in general, right? But
Yeah.
now question, and then it's like a two-part question. A, are you the kind of person that would you live with someone before you got married to them, right?
Yeah.
And then B, what will happen if you and your partner are two different living types?
Okay, so to answer the first part, yes, I would. Back in the day, my little ignorant ass, my little prudy ass would have been like, no, because I thought that whatever, some stupid ass.
Marriage.
Yeah. And also a little bit because my mom has the crazy mentality like that don't make sense. And I'm like, well, mommy, that don't your logic don't make sense. So yes, I would live with
Mhm.
someone before getting
Same.
married because I feel like that is such a big deal before you take that step because living together with someone is such a big deal, right?
Hmm.
Because of things we have already mentioned. Um, now, if what do you mean by like we can't live together, right? Because the reason why I asked what you mean by that
Hmm.
is because I feel like I would already have somewhat of a notion of if we would be like how compatible we would be or wouldn't be living together before we even decide to move in. You would get an idea, right? Like, cause even like,
You
okay, I
would,
haven't lived with some people.
but an idea is also sometimes completely different from the practicality of it.
True, but like, I
So
need
it's like,
examples.
yes. Okay, so like let's say you're a night owl and you say, and let's say they're a morning person, which is like practicality sense is fine because you're not living with them, so they're not like their morning routine isn't disrupting you sleeping in, or you staying up to watch TV isn't disrupting them walking going to bed early when you guys are living apart. But now
Right.
that would be a point of contention when you are living together.
Mm, mm. I feel like so. Let's say me, who I am a night owl, right?
Hmm.
I'd be spending some time either on TikTok or I'd be watching my shows. The way that
Hmm.
I would handle that, if I want to watch my show, and I would like to safely think we would have a nice enough apartment and or house where it's not like whatever noise is coming from the living room is really going to interrupt them. I'm also not going to be blasting it, but I'll just watch whatever, do my little thing in the living room, and then go to my bed. And then let's say if I'm the type, like I like to scroll a little while I'm on my in bed,
Hmm.
I'll just have my screen low, and then I'll have my audio in my little headphones.
Mm.
Like I'd adjust for someone that like, oh, you gotta go to sleep early because I don't know, work or that's just your routine. Go off. But if you're also a light sleeper where oh, just me shuffling is bad, well, I guess we have separate bedrooms, my baby. That's no we can live
Hmm. Yeah.
together, we don't gotta sleep together.
Yeah,
That's
because
a
then
new
again,
thing
like
that
in
a
the
lot of people
opposite
don't
of that now, okay, you would night now, that's your workaround with them. but now they waking up, I don't know, 4 in the morning to get a workout in before work.
That's fine. That had nothing to do with me. As someone that I know my sleeping habits, them waking up isn't gonna do shit to me.
No, so like they like to, have like a whole stretch in their room and shit, and they're making noise
We have
and
if I can go and watch TV in the living room, you could go stretch in the living room, bro.
No, but
Vamos
that's what
respetando.
I'm again, maybe this is hypothetical. I did a hypothetical where like, I don't know, they do all their shit in their bedroom. They're getting ready and shit.
What I'm saying is the same way that I, like it's a give and take. We can't just like, we have to if you want to live with someone, you're deciding to live with someone, it's not just, well, I always stretch in my room in the morning. Okay, well, I'm sleeping.
Yeah,
So
for
if
sure.
this is such a big deal to you, then I guess you should live on your own some, shouldn't you? You know.
And that's what the like. Is there? Do you think there are? Do you think living habits could lead to a deal breaker?
Oh, I feel like it really just depends on how set someone is on their living habit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like
That's
if you're
fair.
one of those where you have to, like, I don't know. How would that work for you, by the way? Because you're also a night owl.
Mm-hmm. Um, I think I would make similar adjustments to you, like just be in the living room where it can't bother them. And if they're a light sleeper, and it's just like if they're the kind where it's like, no, when I go to bed, it's all lights out, I'd be like, okay, then leave, right? Um, because no, we again, I will compromise, and if you do not accept my compromise, then there is nothing to compromise on, and I'm having my way, you having your way, and our ways are not together.
Yeah.
But then I'm also trying to think like, and like cleaning habits, right? Like
Oh no. No, we have to
that's
have the same cleaning.
because
But again, I
I'm
would like
trying to
to
think.
see.
I'm trying to think what would be a gray area where they're not like dirty, but they're not the same as you. Like what?
One of those type, like there's people that are like, oh, I am clean, but I clean like once a week, meaning it might accumularse throughout the week, but then I'm gonna go and take my Saturday and clean the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not dirty because it's not their place, right? Let's say like their room. It's a little disorganized, and then they'll go and organize it all on like a Saturday. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Also, no, that's cool.
Are you cleaning throughout the week?
I try to. I
Every
try
week?
to. Yeah, no, I try to. But I will
Oh,
say, I think I'm more so also the throughout the week, not throughout the week. I'm more so also once or
the
twice a
end of the
week.
week? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because I live with someone that wants it clean every day.
Right.
That's where we bump heads because I'm I will do it twice a week because for the weekend sometimes gets a little hectic for me. So then Sunday night or Monday is my organization day,
Mm.
right? And then a little until like maybe a Thursday, Friday, I'm like, ooh, okay, let's organize because I know I have other stuff to do this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, shit like that.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, no, I mean, growing up, it was a Saturdays be clean type of household, so that is just what I got accustomed to. And obviously, not to say if there's a spill on Tuesday, I'm like, I'm gonna get that Saturday. No, no, no,
No, no,
no.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like plates and shit, that does not count, right? You cook,
Exactly. Like
you're
overall
cleaning.
cleaning of the house happens on a
Yeah,
Saturday as long as we are maintaining it throughout the week.
yeah.
But I'm trying to think.
What about hmm, pets? Felizmente yo no voy a tener
Oh,
que
girl,
preocuparme de eso.
you know, I'm pretty sure me and you have similar stances on this. I cannot, I can't have pets in the bed. That shit drives me crazy. Cause I also don't like the hairs getting everywhere. And every single
Mhm.
person who has pets, I've said this to, and they're like, "Oh, but you know that just happens. They get everywhere because the pet goes everywhere."
Yeah,
And I'm like, right. So we're gonna limit where the pets can roam. And
yeah,
every person I've said it to, they've received it like that's animal abuse. And I'm like, relájate, you have a house, you're
yeah.
cared for.
Yeah, no, and it's not like oh, they can't do anything. No, it's just there's certain places like my room where my clothes are and my bed. No.
Correct,
Um,
correct.
but I know I'm not the one to speak on this because no. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no,
when
no.
you're also not like completely
I'm
set
not a
on
pet
having
person.
pets. Yeah.
No, I'm very much not a pet person, and I am praying to the Lord that whoever I'm with is not praying to the Lord. I feel like that's something that I would discuss as well. Like, oh, you really want a pet? Oh, you gonna have to convince me. I ain't gonna lie. If you want to be with me and you like, I'm the one for you. You're gonna either have to convince me or we're gonna have to figure something out. Cause I nope. The older I'm getting, the less I am about pets. I'm like, yeah.
No, I really,
Granted,
I mean,
I
I love
respect.
animals.
Yeah, no, and I respect someone else in their home and their pets. I'm not gonna tell them what to them to do.
Hmm.
But me myself in my home, no.
Really, one time, and this is like we said earlier, not everyone is fucking clean.
Yeah.
I went over to someone's house, and they were just a friend of friends, so we were just chilling. And they had a dog, and this dog was a Shedder. And let me tell you, hair everywhere, like clumps of it,
Yeah.
like you see a walking path through the fucking fur.
Oh man.
It was crazy. I didn't even touch the dog. I just sat down on the couch, and I'm covered in fucking fur.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, but they don't got a fucking vacuum.
There's people that no. Some people are like, este es mi pet. They eat their food with their hair and they're like, that's great. That's my dog. It's fine.
Yeah, flavor. No, that as I can't imagine myself ever becoming that person. Oh
Yeah,
man.
no. I the only times that I've like because I know there's hypoallergenic dogs that don't really shed like that, and I think those are
Mm.
phenomenal, 10 out of 10. I would have to see if my person wanted to have a pet, I'd be like, okay, we can get one of those. We can get one of
Well,
those
I
for
mean,
a
all
date.
dogs shed, babes.
So then I'm having no pets.
Okay, good talk.
Yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, no, I think so for me it's so like I feel no shade to no one, but if you yourself are not a like tú no tienes el cuidado contigo mismo, right? Like you don't care how your living space is. What the fuck
Yeah.
you doing with a pet, bro? Right? Because I think a good example of someone who's very clean or like their household is very clean and so therefore they're very meticulous about how they maintain is like Noelle with Kobe.
Yeah.
You know, they're very
You
meticulous.
really can't tell they have a dog until you see the dog.
Yeah, yep. And I think that's great. Another person too, like for example, Sarah, when I've like because I've spent a weekend with her,
Mhm.
my clothes obviously did have some dog hair
Mhm.
because you know, I was playing with a little Hopi,
Yeah.
but I feel like her home, no, like her home wasn't crazy. Like I was like, oh, we're good, we're chilling. Like I felt fine, I felt comfortable. Yes, we like it's not we're living and the dog is just doing whatever it wants. No, the dog lives with her and she maintains the cleanliness also at a good rate. Right. So stuff like that, I'm like, oh, okay, good, we're chilling.
Mhm.
Um, but there's some people that no les importa. My another good example too is like my comadres. They have two dogs, and they're the ones that I've seen the hyperallergenic dogs, and it's pretty chill. Like her house is pretty clean, doesn't smell like dog. Um, and we're chilling. Like I've never come home with hella dog hair at all when I'm at her place either. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that probably would be one of those deal breakers. Like if I'm dating someone and like they are clean, right? But then they also let their dogs or their pets just walk all over, and like they clean after the pets, so you don't notice it until
yeah,
you live with them, and then you see the pet in bed with you. I'll be like, no,
yeah, yeah.
that would be a deal breaker. Like I
I'm
can't do that. I'm sorry.
I'm really trying to think other things that matter that would be deal breaker
Uh
for
huh.
if I'm dating someone.
Okay. What if that you guys had completely opposite taste in TV. Now we're yeah, well no, this is still living situations. You're completely opposite taste in TV. Like they hate what you like, you hate what they like.
Well then,
Y'all can never find anything to be on a watch together.
I guess we're taking turns on the TV, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker so much, but I'm like,
No.
so I have the TV and we'll get you like a computer.
Yeah, but not all the time. Like literally, it'll be like sometimes I'll be
Yeah.
on my. For me, it'll be like sometimes I'll be on my laptop. As someone who literally, I get so happy when I have a chance on the TV, on
Mhm.
the living room TV because that's my mom's TV.
Mhm.
Granted, there's a lot more times. Like it's funny because we'll go. I'll be like, "Oh, are you?" Because I'll plan in my head. I'm, ooh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna use the TV, right? Because I see her
Mhm.
occupied in other things, and then I'll see that she's no longer occupied in those things, and I'll be like, "Oh, are you gonna be in the living room?" And then at first she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch my TV, right?" Because it's just assumed
Mhm.
that she's always gonna have the TV. I'll be, "Oh, okay." And in my head, like, "Boop, right, fine, no biggie."
Mhm.
But then she'll peep that I guess I wanted to. She'll be like, "No, but it's okay. I'm gonna go to my room." I'm like, "No, it's okay. You enjoy the TV. I bought it for you. You go." And she's like, "But you were gonna be in the room." I'm like, "No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I was just asking because she's like, why? You wanted to watch something together?" Granted, we do have things that we can watch together, but
Uh-huh.
I'm like, no, no, so yeah, crazy. But I feel like in that case, yeah, we take that.
You're funny.
You know, if you really like, let's say, oh, I have a show. It's date like for example, Bridgerton, release date of Bridgerton. That's the TV's mine that night. That's mine. I will take over, and that's that. Now, let's
Mhm.
say they have a new video game that came out and they need to play it on the big TV, and I'm like, go off.
Mhm.
hmm Now, if it's both on the same night, we I don't know what we're gonna do.
Rock
What
paper
can get
scissors.
delayed? What can't? We take turns. I don't know. 2 hours for me, 2 hours for you.
Mm.
I don't know.
That makes sense. You're
But
good
those
at
are things that are
compromising.
manageable, though.
Oh what?
I think those are things that are manageable.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I don't know. Because again, I'm saying like when I think, because I'll be like, ooh, how they are clean as like in their own persona in the bathroom, and I'm like, no, I feel like we have to be similar in that sense, and I wouldn't get to that point. Like that is a deal breaker. But I also feel like I wouldn't get to the point of dating someone or living with them if I didn't already know.
Listen, again, you never know what's going on in someone's house, baby. They could be
No, but maybe
lying
not
to
their
you.
house, but you also like wait before you get to the point of living together. Haven't you guys spent time in each other's home, or at least
I would hope so, but again, it's different. No, like having a plan of someone coming over or something, or being prepared for someone to come over versus natural habitat. This is how I am.
that is true. As someone who again lives with her parents, no, whoever I move in with, they just have to base what they know on who they think I am. Because
Uh-huh.
no, you're not gonna come spend some time. What? Tú no tienes casa. Like no.
Like again, like they want you to come over so they clean the house and shit, great. And like so you think, oh, they clean. And then you move in and be like, so actually I'm not as clean as you may think I am. Or
Oh,
like you see it, like they just leave, I don't know, bag of chips out. They leave the pizza box out with the pizza still fucking like food out. They don't put the food away.
how many days though? Like just the night? Because if it's just the night, I mean, why are you doing that? But like, are you cleaning up the next morning?
I might have it for lunch. So I'll leave it. I'll see it's about lunch. And then lunch comes and it's still out. I might have it for dinner. I'll just leave it out.
Okay, no, the one day I understood that. The next day, what's going on? Is
Yeah,
already
that's
away,
it.
right?
We're the next day. Like they're like, oh, I might have it for lunch. I'm gonna leave it out the next day.
No, wait, whoa, but we're already on day two, and you did that already day one.
They forgot about it.
No, this is no longer good. You're gonna get a stomach ache.
Okay, I guess we could store it out then. Let me like,
Okay,
pizza went
so then
bad.
go
Time
throw
to
it
throw it
out.
out. But now
What?
it's like it went bad, so they threw it out for sure. But it's like it was out for like 2 3 days.
No, there is no 2 3 days. I'm already tweaking at two.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like one happened, and they're like, "Oh, I'll have it tomorrow. It's fine. It's fine. It'll still be good."
No, it wouldn't get to that point, my love. I don't think.
You don't think
I think
again
you
because
understand.
you don't just keep asking them.
No, I wouldn't just keep asking them, but like the next day, right? Okay, let's say today we ordered pizza for dinner, and
Yeah,
then no, see, I don't understand. Why are we going to sleep? You're not gonna have it for breakfast, or if you decide to have it for breakfast, just put it in the fridge and take it
but
out.
that's what I'm saying. That's just they just not want to like take action to put away and clean up after themselves immediately after. And you wouldn't know this until like they're now comfortable in their home. Because obviously when you're coming over, like, oh, I have a guest, so I'm gonna, clean up after me and my guests. But now y'all living
I don't.
together.
Oh, baby, I don't know. I don't think I could do it. Like, what are we doing here? And I know you feel the same way too. That's why I'm like,
Correct. Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, if I find this shit out, like you damn liar. I'm calling him a liar because he sure as hell have with a truther.
yeah, no. Like
And
other
now I'm
people,
rethinking this relationship because not in the actual lying sense, but in the sense that this don't vibe with me, and I
yeah,
cannot stand for this level of messiness.
yeah. No, absolutely. Because I'm sitting here like, I don't understand. Why wouldn't you just? I get it. Again, I get that we ordered it for lunch. You think you might have it for for dinner, and you don't want to put it away. That I understand. I'm not even tweaking. I'm chilling. Now
Yeah,
the night has come,
yeah,
and you definitely didn't need it for dinner, but you want to save it. Then go and put it the fuck away. Why are we just
right.
leaving it out? Because at that point, you're just wasting food because it's gonna
Mhm,
go bad.
mhm.
Now you're getting me heated over a hypothetical.
A hypothetical pizza encima.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's like it's not hot. It'll be fine for tomorrow. There's no space
And
in the fridge.
interest. What do you mean there's no space? Then why are we buying pizza? That means there's always space. If we no, because I was about to be like, why are we buying pizza if we have all this food? No, it makes sense. Sometimes you're lazy, right, or
For sure,
whatever
for
happens.
sure. I kind of want
Yeah,
pizza now. Um,
right. That's crazy.
or like they cook something and they leave it, and then they burnt it. Right? They leave the pan soaking two,
Oh,
three,
okay.
four
They left it
days.
soaking. Whoa. Why are we upping the amount of days? Max, I would give you is like you burnt it tonight.
Yeah.
I'll give you all of the next day.
Okay.
It'll be okay the following morning.
Okay.
That's less than 48 hours though. You don't need 48 hours for it to soak.
They didn't feel like scrubbing right now, so they'll get to it later.
No, you burnt it 2 nights ago. Clean it.
It's okay. It'll soak another day just to make sure it's like sparkling. It's
No,
sparkling, so it'll be
no. There's
sparkling.
soap to get it sparkling.
We need to get better soap.
So then go
I
buy the
I
soap.
gave it like a little swirl. I gave it a rinse, and it's still pretty caked on there. So I'm just let it soak longer.
No, there's so many better solutions. Like if it's that cake, then you need to boil it with some soup, not soup,
Bebe,
soap.
but this is how they is. If
So
it's
then
if it's not sliding off, they just gonna put it back to soak.
that's not how it works.
But that's how they clean.
No, then you know what I'm realizing? Maybe I have issues. Like, damn. How would you deal with that, baby?
In that specific scenario with something soaking,
Yeah, or like, their little pita.
pizza would drive me up the fucking wall because gross on the leaving food out and gross on the wasting food, and
Where does it become gross to you?
because you leaving food out, I'm like, why are you being lazy and leaving food out? And then food can mold. Mold is nasty. Mold is toxic. We
Yeah.
shouldn't do that. And then if the simple solution was just put it in the fucking fridge, but you didn't do that, now you okay with wasting food,
Mm-hmm.
which is not okay to do. We should never waste food,
Yeah.
right? So that would drive me up the fucking wall all the way up to wazoo. Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
soaking, if they washed everything else and there's like one single pan, pot, tray, whatever in the dish soak in the sink soaking, I really
Yeah.
wouldn't care
Okay. So like
because
you
it's like they did the initiative to clean. This is I don't want to scrub a burnt pot either, bro.
right.
I have left the pot soaking for like 3 days.
But like,
hmm
why 3 days?
I gave it a scrub and it wasn't coming off with little effort, so I was like, we're gonna leave soaking for more. Like I was scrubbing, right? But I didn't, it was like, and it was still needing too much effort to scrub. So it's
Right.
like,
You need to put some elbow grease into it.
yeah, I didn't want to do all that. I'm like, we're gonna give you another fucking day.
That's fair. That's that I can understand that somewhat.
Somebody.
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. But
Okay.
anyway, do you have any closing thoughts about this, my lovey?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, it kind of just, again, for the most part, well, yes, you get an idea of someone and how they carry themselves in their household while dating. You really do
Mm-hmm.
not get the full picture until you up in there 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That
even
is
then, it's
true.
gonna take a couple months to get the
I
full
feel like
picture.
my understand or not my understanding, like I'll be more understanding to someone that I'm a roommate with than someone that I'm a partner with because a roommate, I'm like,
Yeah,
a roommate, we
that's
don't know
fair.
how long this is gonna be. Maybe it'll end up being a long time, but nonetheless, it don't matter. Versus the someone who supposedly in my head I'm spending the rest of my life with, like, well,
You I don't know, maybe once a month, you seen a pot in the sink for a whole week.
no, 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 no. I feel like I sound like the girl from Upset.
You do.
Okay,
No, no, no.
you missed it, girl. Want to go for like 2 seconds? You were up my nostrils. My bad. Um, but what's it called? Yeah, no, 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 no. I don't like it. I don't like it. Closing thoughts are: I'm crazy when it comes to cleanliness. Maybe it's something that runs in my family, maybe. And yeah,
Same.
no, that's yeah, yeah. But this was interesting. This is a good topic, BB.
Thank you, thank you. I try.
Yeah. If you guys like this topic and want to find more, we drop a new episode every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, on YouTube, on Apple Music, any streaming platform you think we're on, we're most likely on there. Speaking of platforms that we're on, we're also on social media. So we're on TikTok and we're on Instagram, which is at 1.2 brain cells underscore official. Message us on there, look at our content. If you want to be a guest, you can message us, and as long as the three of us agree, you're more than welcome to. That being said, oh my goodness, I didn't say this in the
Hmm.
last one, but I'm gonna say it here. Comment below. What are
Hmm.
your well, what are your not red flags? Your there's a word for it.
Deal
Like
breakers?
deal breakers. Yeah, what are your deal breakers? Where do you Oh, okay, beep beep. Um Where do you
Apologies.
no, you're good. Uh what kind of for you makes it a point where you can no longer live with someone, right? Comment that down below. And that being said, toodle-oodle,
Julie.
hugs and kisses.
That's for me.
Bye.
Bye.